We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen ready for some preseason football. Off we go from the Steel City. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Levante David doing his work on defense. In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here we go. 19 side. 19. 6.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That's hot to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
15 yards. That's good.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And he'll take this one in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown Buccaneers. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And he's not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall. They're going to hold on to their lead at 8-6. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, go!
He'll step up and run. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On the run to the right. A very dangerous throw, but somehow the Bucs have it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here. Not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Now the Bucs will take their first time out, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They send Godwin in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. So a big one there to start the drive. 45 yards. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it'll lead to a second and goal.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will up the lead to 5.
Buccaneers 13. Steelers 8. Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 30-yard line.
79 Broncos. Let's go. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody really uncovers downfield, forces him to make a difficult throw, and falls incomplete.
Godwin working the right side. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 45 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And this one caught along the sideline is saying already out of bounds. Wow. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield. So it'll be no catch and 2nd down. To the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. This hard, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the...
He works free, right side. accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. That's Ibuka in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's Ibuka in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 31, here is 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Steelers. And make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. I'll tell you what, I'm excited with the next 3 quarters that it's doing. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A give. This is Irving. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. brings up 2nd and 5.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 21 yards.
On first down, here's Irvin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
On the handoff, it's Irvin. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. First down.
A gain of 6.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break.
It's a gain of 6.
It's the Steelers with the
First down,
early lead.
Tampa Bay.
And we're back to the Steel City after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's another Buccaneers first down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Give them 27, and it's 1st and goal. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. And he'll take it on in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
That's Egbuka in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way.
Well, Mike, you don't see this too often in the NFL. The rare pick 2. Now, it won't go down in the stat sheet as an interception for either guy, but the effort won't go unnoticed. For him to go the entire length of the field at the end of this drive certainly ends on a high note after giving up that touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
42-yard line.
Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Warriors, let's go now. Viking 18. Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Cowboy 8.
Will set up the screen to Gainwell. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Chelsea 60. Chelsea 60.
The Steelers first
Hey,
down.
King, run. Chelsea 60. Chelsea 60.
1st and 10 at the
19 tight.
46-yard
19
line.
tight. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this will be incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target.
He was covered by
It's 2nd down.
70. Tight. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down.
14 yards on the play.
Cowboy 80.
Another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A run up the middle with Warren. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He's got it at about the 8, and he will score! DK Metcalf, touchdown Pittsburgh. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Now Now they'll set up to throw. Down the field, it's Evans. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's another Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Here's Irvin. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 6-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. The penalty helps a bit, but it's still third and long.
19, Tiger, 19, Dragon, 60. Mustang, 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. Irving trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Wilson on the stop. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
That'll be intercepted. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Steelers 33, Buccaneers 25. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Come on, come on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll air it out down the middle. He's got it. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pick up of 46 yards.
Hold the ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. Dragon 6. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Escaping to his left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll look to throw yet again. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Jaylen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Now, faking the give. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 39 yards. Pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Let's go now. Cowboy Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 79 Bronco. 69 Bricks.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready. Nice.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Forced to his right. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
19.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Forced out wide. He runs with it. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35. A gain there of 21. That's a Steeler first down.
19 Lions. 60 back. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Look.
He'll drop to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready up. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Here we go. Here we go. Count. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
For the longest time, when you threw the ball to the running back, it was a check down, a swing, a screen, kind of short underneath where you relied on guys to run after the catch. But that's not the case anymore. So many of these running backs around the league, Mike, they can run routes, in a lot of cases, almost as good as the wide receivers.
That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Mustang 19.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
39. Buccaneers 25. Chris Boswell.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Run. What's up?
On the ground, the goal was shot right the back out of Arizona State. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Derek Harmon, first rounder out of Oregon. There for the stop. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Open man, the tight end, O'Keefe. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start.
Run.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A gain of 48.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Baker going to hand it to White. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now the Bucs will take their first time out as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. They'll go. Mayfield. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
This one intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Notre Dame. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. And now, after the pick 6, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. Now Mayfield. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just a pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And look out there, up ended at the line of scrimmage. From the 46, here's second down and 9. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. To the outside, he's got Smith. That tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
And that is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, tight end, man he was looking for there. And now it's fourth down.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of it.
On the handoff, it's White. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Mayfield. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
That is hot, and they get the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get it? Drop 60, hop 70, hop 70. Ready up?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rolling right. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up. Complete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
We try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Tag! Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
By Anthony Nelson.
3rd and a long way to go.
On the play. It's now 3rd down.
18 Rock, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll throw out of the gun. Flush to his right. Now he'll air one out. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Ready up. 18, Pioneer.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's out wide to Warren. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Set.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this.
Ready, set.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Washington. 17 yards, the gain there. That's a Steeler first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Red.
1st and 10.
65 to
22-yard line.
Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Bronco 80, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You got to think you want 6 when you have it first down and goal. Here's Warren. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now here's second and goal. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
This will be returned from the 6. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And this will be a Bucs first down. As they take it up to about the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 4. At the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
50-yard line.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. So, just across the midfield stripe. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Second down.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
Now, on third and 2, they'll try and throw for it. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Here's White. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. Will be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
A run with White. Not much happening there, just a short gain. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. White. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
A tackle by Alex Highsmith. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The motion man is Johnson. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going to have a 1st down and forced out. Nice pickup of 9. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll let one go down the middle. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers as they move to 2-0 in this preseason, getting that 2nd win here in Week 2. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. You had plenty of time, there was no rush, but it was your dream to be like us. You're in dreamland, so you don't care. And as you wait, we're standing there. You can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of a cop car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle or when you see the sun, it's almost over now, almost over now. You think that you don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. Just better get it off. Yeah. Set it off. Look, it's almost over now, almost over now. You don't succeed 'cause you hesitate. You think we're flying, but we levitate. Just be yourself, don't ask us why. 'Cause if you don't, can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of a cop's car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle or when you see the sky, it's almost over now, almost over now. You think that you don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we shut it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost over now. You can't be me, I'm a rock star. I'm rhyming on the top of my car. I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel, I'm a rebel. It's almost over now, it's almost over now. I guess you ain't heard that we swallow guys. It's too damn late to apologize. When you see the mantle or when you see the sky, it's almost over now, almost over now. No one ever really dies. You believe that? Well, if not, for you, it's almost over now, almost over now.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. And I saw the signs for so long. Just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, 'cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. 'Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah.
Better when
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah.
get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up your 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up the 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.